Hi and welcome on the Global Direct Investment Show. This show is brought to you by Dukascopy TV and offshorepremium.com. Today we will speak about the United Kingdom. Why? Simply because no other country has such influence on the world on such a long period than the United Kingdom. London is still at this time the second financial center in the world. London just lost the top spot to New York in March 2014, but it's still number 2. The United Kingdom is ranking number 8 at the World Bank Ease of Doing Business, and number 13 at the Freedom Economical Index of the Heritage Foundation, which in my opinion is not a fair ranking. In my previous interview about Thailand, I mentioned cross-cultural issues. And the fact is that many businessmen which will be going to Asia, whether China, Thailand or Japan, will prepare their business trip, checking cultural issue, what should I do, what shouldn't I do. No one ever prepare his business trip to the UK, and it's a mistake in my opinion, because the UK have tradition, have a culture. Take for example the example of a US businessman. US businessmen tend to be direct and warm. They tend to ask questions about family, your family, even if they don't know you. Now the thing is, UK businessmen, English businessmen, will be direct and they will say what they mean once they are doing business with you. But when they just know you, they will be distant, they will be cold, and they will not like personal questions. So even if you go to do business in a European country, even if yourself are a European businessman, you should still think about the do and don't do. So the United Kingdom has one of the largest economy of the world. London, second financial center. Also Edinburgh, another financial center which is very important for insurance company and asset management company. Top-rate infrastructure, airport, seaport, high-speed internet, first-rate telecommunication, and the best financial system in the world. And finally, England is one of the most free economies in the world. That's the very best incentive of England. It is an economy where everyone is welcome. It is a free economy where foreign investors can invest under the form of 100% foreign direct investment without having to be pre-approved, but for, of course, a few strategic companies. There is no capital control, no restriction, and free capital flow. England is also a member of the European Union, the European Customs Union, and the European VAT system. But it keeps its own currency, the British pound, and is not a member of the Eurozone, which at this time seems like a good idea to me. As a result of all this advantage, the United Kingdom is the first based on the single large base of foreign direct investment from non-European countries. It's also the first recipient of US foreign direct investment in Europe. What about setting up a company in the UK? As everywhere, you have several forms of legal vehicle. You could choose from the public limited company, the partnership, The UK establishment. The UK establishment, it's if you open a branch of a foreign company in the United Kingdom. And of course, the limited company. A limited company can be set up in a matter of hours. Bank account within a week, but you will have to come in person for the opening formalities. Setting up a company in the UK is inexpensive and hassle-free process. What about taxation? In terms of taxation, the corporate income tax rate is today of 21%. From April 2015, it will be 20% only. As to VAT, the normal rate is 20% and the reduced rate is 5%. Accounting is very easy and you will find a lot of local accountants to help you with this. What about workforce and labor? Of course, England has a very well-trained workforce and a very well-educated as well. You only have 1,800,000 unemployed. It's a lot of people, but by comparison to other European countries, it's a very good result. One of the problems of England is there is not one country in Europe that has so much vacancies. Indeed, there are a lot of vacancies for high-skilled jobs, because England is one of the countries where you have a need for the most high-skilled employee. Of course, labor is well protected, but at the end of the day, it will always be easier to fire an employee in England than in France. This will conclude our show on the United Kingdom. If you need any information about investing in the UK, please do not hesitate to contact me at renephilippe@renephilippe.com. This show was brought to you by Dukascopy.com and offshorepremium.com. Next week, we will discuss China.